Hi, this is Karen, and this is Riding the Wave of Good Fortune. The principle for today is self-worth, and we're in Reality Transurfing in 78 days. When a person tries to make themselves seem more important because they feel inferior in some way, the opposite happens. The harder they try to emphasize their worth, the less significant they actually become, and vice versa. When a person is not worried about their worth, their sense of worth is unconditional. Our sense of self-worth is a very cunning type of excess potential. Balancing forces will do anything they can to wobble you off your pedestal. When you let go of your own worth, you start to acquire it. At the same time, be careful never to bruise anyone else's sense of worth. Make it a personal taboo. If you do, you will save yourself a lot of problems that would seem to come out of nowhere. Interpretation. The need to strengthen your position and emphasize your finer qualities is an illusion. It's the same as chasing after the reflection in the vicious mirror cycle. So how do you convince yourself that you are worthy and have no need to prove it? There is one feedback chain by which the effect removes the cause. You have to redirect your intention consciously. Rather than trying to put yourself forward in the most favorable light, stop making any attempt at all to increase your worth. When a person isn't trying to make themselves appear more important, although almost everyone does it, people intuitively sense that their value goes without saying, and that person is, as if by magic, treated with greater favor and respect. As a result, the heart and mind gradually are instilled with the conviction that I really am worth something. At a certain point, the mirror cycle stops and then turns in the opposite direction, moving towards you. As a result, your self-esteem improves, and it is as if you never had an inferiority complex at all. So this is an idea that I've never heard except for right here in Reality Transurfing, which is stop making any attempt at all to increase your self-worth. Because your worth is just by being here on the planet. You were born here, you belong here, you're worthy to be here, you were born. That's it. So stop with right there. And as you do that, you just will become naturally more, I don't know how to say it, except that once you stop trying to convince yourself that you're worthy, it's like what's right there is what's true, that you are worthy. Because that's the truth. There's nobody who's more worthy than anybody else. Your worth is really determined because you're of God. So how can you really improve upon that? You can't. And all attempts to do so, they backfire. Because they usually have something to do with some comparison or better than or worse than, and all of that is just illusion. And also it just makes you feel more separate and makes other people feel more separate from you. The other point that this chapter makes is this idea of make it a personal tattoo to never bruise someone else's self-worth. And I know that we've all done that before, either, in anger or inadvertently, or we can just feel that there's some kind of power dynamic going on, and that easily we are putting down another person, or gently, or even not so subtly bruising their self-worth. So those two things, make it a personal law that you don't ever bruise anyone else's self-worth, or at least clean it up if you notice that you do. And 2, don't do anything to make yourself more important or more worthy. Just be as you are and start allowing the mirror to reflect that back to you.